So let's look at teams. We want to give our power rankings. Even though we're a few games into the season, we could have done this a little bit before, but now we got more adjusted. You feel me? We got everybody here. Let's go into these power rankings. See, we're gonna rank them in fives. You feel me? So 1 to 30. And you guys want to start from the bottom or from the top?
Bottom.
Bottom.
Yeah, bottom.
Bottom. All right. So who do you guys think should be like at 30? Like who do you think is the worst team in the league? Because I was thinking about it, and I feel like I kind of want to say the Wizards because I just like I'm looking at other teams at the bottom, like the Rockets, Spurs, maybe the Spurs. You could say between the Spurs and the Wizards, but some of those guys have more like studs. Like if you look at the Rockets, they have Sengun, they got Jabari, they have Jalen, they have more pieces I could see as guys that could really go help out the team. But when I look at the Wizards, if I look at their fourth or fifth best player, it's not gonna. They're not as good compared to the Rockets' fourth or fifth best player. Maybe the Pistons. But what do you guys think? Who do you think should be number 30?
I think number 30, me personally, I think I'm gonna have to go with the Hornets.
Why do you say
I
that?
don't feel like this team. I mean, they got good players. Don't get me wrong. They got Brandon Miller and LaMelo, obviously. But I feel like as a team, they probably don't have too much to offer. Obviously, they're not competitive. Whereas I feel like the other teams we compare them to at the bottom, or at least that I'm thinking of in my head, I feel like those teams would have a better chance, even as far as record-wise and playoff success, compared to the Hornets. I just don't feel like they have like enough experience or like chemistry, really.
Honestly, I kind of disagree with you on that though because, I mean, in 2023 they didn't have a good year, but the year before that, I'm pretty sure they were in the play-in the past 2 years with LaMelo, and a lot of that. The reason they had the second, they had the second pick in the draft was just due to him being hurt. So I see where you're coming from, but I feel like they have some guys. They have Mark Williams. They got Gordon Hayward. They brought back Miles Bridges. They got LaMelo. They have some. I feel like if I look at they're in a less competitive conference compared to teams like the Spurs and the Rockets. So if I think about who I think is more likely to make the plan, I would usually lean towards the Hornets before I lean towards the Spurs. But I mean not the Spurs, but the Rockets. But Nate, who do you think should be 30th?
I mean, looking at this list, there was a couple teams that came to mind, but I mean, the number one team I was looking at, and I was just like, you know what? I honestly think they're gonna be 30th. Is probably the Wizards too, but that's just because it's a whole. I feel like they really got no structure. Watching them during the preseason, and then watching their first game, it just didn't look right. So yeah, I think they're probably gonna be 30th for sure.
Mama,
Over
you
the
cool with?
Hornets, though,
You said what?
I don't know. I really don't think. I think the Wizards are better than the Hornets. Honestly, that's just me. But because I don't think the Wizards. I wouldn't say they're saying that they don't got no structure. I'm just thinking. I don't really think the Hornets have any structure to begin with. Honestly, they might be tied for
They're tied.
worst.
I'm thinking about the
Yeah.
Pistons now. Now that I'm thinking about it, because the Pistons, I mean, they had a good game. They had a good first game against the Heat, but I don't know. Like, uh, they're one team. I'm kind of just I don't really know where. I feel like they're gonna be at the bottom 10. But I feel like I
I
don't
feel
know.
like I feel like with a lot of these teams also that we're putting at the bottom, they're mostly younger teams too. So
Hmm.
I guess maybe we should take into account like um, the upside for them.
Hmm.
Whereas like there's a lot of these teams first. A lot of the players on these teams, this is their first year. You know, first time really playing with these new guys. Like for example, Detroit. Detroit has a lot of really good players. Like they
Hmm.
got one of the Thompson twins, Cade Cunningham, Ivy,
During.
like good players, but they're also young.
Yeah.
I mean, it is cool to shit, but like all the other guys, like it's gonna take a little bit of time maybe for them to like adjust to the game. Whereas for the Wizards, I'm not sure if I'm remembering correctly. I don't think they have a lot of like young players.
They
I
got
feel like
Bilal, the guy that was Wemby's teammate. They have Poole. Who else do they have? They have Corey Kispert. I remember Corey Kispert. I think who else they got?
I'm taking that squad over. I'm taking that squad over the Hornets, bro.
How about
Now
for
that you
the?
mentioned
You said what?
Kispert and what's it called, Poole?
Hmm.
I feel like I would take them over like the Hornets. I'm just being that's just me.
How about for now we'll just put both of them at the bottom, and then later we can just come back and adjust it. Because right now, I don't know how long we spent on this topic, but we have no players on the list right now. So for now, we'll just put them there. Then later we could just change it around.
All right. No, they're probably not gonna move. I'm not gonna lie, but
And then the third team, maybe the Pistons, I think.
yeah, definitely the Pistons.
And then Spurs. I'm thinking as well.
What's your recent Spurs though? Because I feel like the Spurs, they got who they got?
They got Keldon
Victor.
Johnson, Vassell. They got Wemby. They got, they're a good team. I mean, they're a solid team in a very competitive. That's the conference. Like when you look, there's so many guys like Memphis, Suns, Warriors, Clippers, Lakers, Nuggets, Timberwolves, Pelicans. I'm just like looking at just the teams here. Like, there's hard for me to say that any of these teams are really going to be able to be like the Spurs are going to be able to have a better record than you. Feel me? Like
That's true.
they could. I think they're going to have a really like flashes of being able to really compete with some of these teams, but just in general, when they go up against some of these guys, I think what I'm saying. They're gonna be losing, but they're gonna look really good. Maybe I don't know the Jazz. I don't know. I just thought about the Jazz right now, but I don't feel like this is too low for them.
Your team. I'm gonna put them for me. Jazz are top 15 team.
Really? So they're making the playoffs.
I can see them making the playoffs.
Wow, that surprises me.
I don't think so. I don't think the Jazz are gonna get that.
Here we go with the haters, bro. What's your reasoning?
Hold on.
It's not hate.
Hold on. Okay, Nate, list off every. Hold on, let me put up a list of every team in the Western Conference, and then put a finger up if you think they're gonna have a better record than the Jazz. Okay.
Okay, when you feel like that, that's not fair.
What you mean that's not fair?
But that's not fair because the Western Conference is just stacked.
But that's the
Doesn't mean that
conference they're on, though. So it's hard for you to say. Okay, let's just go through it. Let's just go through like half of the conference right now. If they're gonna have a better record than the Jazz, put a finger up. The Mavericks. The Nuggets.
Yes.
Bro, no, I'm saying keep like your hands up, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
What do you mean?
Like if you think they're gonna have a better record than the Nuggets, keep one finger up. Oh, you think they're gonna be better if they're not? All right. So Nuggets you think are, the Mavericks you think aren't. Okay. Oh, the Mavericks. Okay. The Thunder. The Pelicans. The Lakers. The Warriors.
Oh my God.
The
Get 'em
Suns.
out.
What you looking over there for? That's not gonna help you. What, the Suns. Yep.
That's not fair. These
The
are all
Kings.
talent.
Your MVP candidate, De'Aaron Fox. The Kings. The Clippers. The Timberwolves.
Damn.
The Trailblazers.
Tough one.
The Rockets.
No.
Bro,
The
that's
Grizzlies.
10, bro. They're already cooked.
You don't think the Grizzlies, the Jazz are gonna have a better record than the Grizzlies?
Yes.
Why? Let me hear why.
Grizzlies don't have Jaw. That's
But that's only for 25 games though.
lead these niggas to the greatest record on earth. Like that's impossible. He hooping, but I don't think he gonna.
Yeah, but the nigga don't have to be that good to be better than Jazz.
He do. They don't have. I'm not gonna lie. Memphis is not. I don't think Memphis is him without Jaw. I never liked the Memphis to begin with, so I'm kind of chatting, but like I just don't think they have the pieces right now. Who's their point guard right now since Jaw's gone?
Marcus Smart, MVP, former Depoy. I almost said MVP. MVP Marcus Smart would be kind of crazy, but they got
a
Depoy.
point guard.
And then
I
they
don't
got
see him as a point.
Derrick Rose as well.
Okay, See with that. But that's not like a facilitator type point guard. So I don't know who's really gonna lead this team.
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
That's just me though.
What about the? I was thinking about it. What about the Trailblazers?
Trailblazers just suck. I'm sorry.
Let's put in my bottom 5 for Trailblazers because
Yeah.
they're just.
Put 'em there.
So that's our bottom 5 set for now. Now the tier
They're just-
above it. Let's put the Rockets. Say we should put the Rockets in the tier above it.
Yeah.
You said the Rockets tier above.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or what about the Jazz?
Like this is where I would maybe put them in the tier above, like the yellow tier. But I feel like if you put the Jazz in either tier, I wouldn't be mad at it. You know.
I feel like the Jazz. I still feel the same way about the Jazz. Like you better put New Orleans before you put the Jazz in that category. I'm just saying.
Really, but New Orleans is like a 3rd seed, a 2nd
Hell
seed
no.
before the February when Zion got hurt
3rd seed in the East.
in the West. What you mean East? They are in the Western Conference, bro. I don't know. You killing me today, man.
I'm tripping. First of all, New Orleans is not 3rd seed in the East. I mean, in the West.
They were the West. They were like the 3rd seed and then Zion got hurt in January, like late January, and then they just went from the 3rd seed. A bunch of injuries happened, and then they lost. They lost in the play.
I know, but they're not competing with the niggas in the West, bro. I'm just keeping it real. Like, if you're talking about firepower wise, they're not gonna be.
Bro, you want to go through all the teams in the West again?
We don't gotta do that.
What you mean we don't got it?
We can do it realistically, but I really don't think there's 5. But
You don't think there's 5 what?
Teams that can.
I don't think like the Pelicans are good enough to beat the top teams. I think Lakers could take them. Nuggets, obviously. Warriors.
Suns.
Yeah, Suns. That's 4 right there in itself. Kings, Clippers. I'm taking them all over before I take New Orleans.
I don't know.
But to each their own. I mean, everybody got their own shit. So.
But I'm saying I think I'm putting the Jazz in this tier, man. Just because I'm just looking at these other teams. I'm just like the Magic. Maybe I think you could put here if you really want to. Do you disagree with that?
Jazz.
You said what?
I'll put Magic over the Jazz.
I might do that as well. I'm thinking about it.
I'm a Magic fan, and I'm a Jazz fan, so you know what I'm saying? I'm not tripping about either.
What else are you a fan of?
I wouldn't say I'm fans of these teams. I'm just fans of the players on these teams.
Jordan Clarkson's children.
Yeah, so for me, Jazz, it would be Jordan Clarkson. Shout out to that game winner yesterday. On the Magic, I got Paulo. I got Markel. Forget this other kid's name. The kid that came from Michigan that they just drafted.
Anthony Black.
Yeah, Anthony Black too. There's another kid from Michigan though. I forget his name.
He's a shooter. Jet Howard.
I think Howard. Yeah. And then what else? Clippers. I'm a Paul George guy. Suns. I'm a Beal fan. Celtics. Tatum fan. So it's like
Sixers.
Timberwolves.
Harden.
Yeah. something like
Timberwolves.
that.
Timberwolves. Who on the Timberwolves? Ant.
Yeah, Ant and Nas Reed. Those are my boys.
Yeah, I forgot about Nas Reed. You Nas Reed fan. So how many teams is that right there? That's about half the league, ain't it?
That's damn near
About 75% of the league.
guzzling, but okay.
Add a couple G League teams in there too, huh?
All right, listen. Where are you guys? Like, who else are you guys adding to this?
I don't know. I feel like this is the harder part because it's just like you're barely missing the play-in right here, or
Now, let's
or like the 10th
Let's just
seed.
be real. I'm gonna throw names out there that I think deserve to be in this category.
Okay.
So we got number 1. I would think I'm gonna go with Magic here.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think about that?
Hold on, just go through all of them. We'll circle back.
All right, Magic, Knicks.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe not Knicks. Maybe not Knicks.
I know they're gonna
Actually,
be.
this
That's crazy.
lie. Pacers. Put Pacers in there.
Pacers. I was thinking maybe Pacers, but I'm high on the Pacers. That's hard for me because I had a video. 3 teams I'm the most high on. Pacers were one of them. I think the Pacers had a really good offseason, man.
Who they got now?
Bruce Brown. They got Bruce Brown, bro. Another video I said Bruce Bowen. They got Bruce Brown. They got a new guy that's like a forward. I forget they drafted him. They got Obi Toppin. You know, they re-signed Halliburton. I feel like they had a really good offseason, man. And I feel like
I think Bruce Brown and Halliburton, that's cool, but like everybody else is not really doing it. I'm not gonna lie. Obi Toppin not doing it for me. That's just me though.
I could, you know what I'm saying, sacrifice. Nate, who do you think, bro? You think the Magic
They got
should...
Buddy Hield.
Oh, and they're going to trade,
putting
but
those 2 teams there.
you think so? All right.
Yeah.
And then, honestly, I'm thinking about this right now. You forgot one of your guys, Scotty Barnes. I'm putting him in that tier, man. I'm putting the Raptors in that tier. They're blowing it up soon, man. I really think they're gonna trade. They're gonna lose Pascal by the end of the season. Like Pascal's not gonna be on the team anymore. What do you think about that, Mom?
I agree. And I feel like Scotty Barnes low-key might be regressing a little bit too right now.
He had a really good game last game. We're gonna talk about that later. You don't think so?
I missed that game, but I was not aware. I feel like he's been in this league 2 seasons now, right?
This is his 3rd year.
Yeah, so first season was obviously great. Second season, I felt like he kind of dropped a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's too early. I feel like maybe it's too early for me to say he's regressing, but I don't know. It's just me. Still hard though.
Yeah.
Sure.
Let me start off this next year. I'm putting the Bulls, man.
Yeah, put Bulls.
Honestly, I might even put the Pacers higher, the Bulls lower, because I think those are 2 teams. We're gonna talk about both of them. I think they're both blowing it up by the end of the year, man.
I might take the Magic over the Bulls too. I cannot lie.
Nate, what you think?
I think this list right here is where it should be at.
You think so?
That's cool. I'm cool with it.
I mean, I'm content with it, but hey, if we get some comments by you know what I'm saying, June 10, they were sleeping on the Magic. I wasn't, okay? I wasn't, just so y'all know. But
Nah, for sure what's gonna be the case. The Magic are gonna have a good season. I already know it.
yeah.
But it's not gonna be no damn motherfucking. It's not gonna be shit. Damn.
I can see put into the playoffs out the East.
What team do you think we should put next? I mean, I'm looking at teams like the Hawks. I'm looking at the Nets. I'm looking at maybe even the Mavericks, man.
I'm putting the Nets in here.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a Nets fan too.
Yeah, that's a hey.
What's
That's
your
a
team for
Nets.
that?
No, he's not a Nets fan. He's a Nets stan. Nate, why do you think the Nets are gonna be this low, man?
Bro, the Nets should be. Oh man, bro, we got Ben Simmons. I feel like who could actually do something, but it's just like, bro, we don't got nobody that's like, when you think about winning teams, like let's look at the winning teams that we actually could be contenders for sure. The Bucks got Giannis and Dame. Comparing Giannis and Dame to Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson, like, it makes no sense. Randall and what'd you say?
Cam Thomas is hard as shit though. Can't lie.
Yeah, but he's not Damian Lillard.
I mean,
He had a good. He's been having a good season so far.
Yeah, okay, and lost both.
And you got
We lost
Dinkelberg,
both games.
Spencer Dinkelberg.
We got Dick.
Bro,
Yeah.
Dinkelberg, my guy.
get him out. He need to shave that shit. I'm just kidding. Anyway, you think about just all the good teams they have. 2 people that can take over a game completely and actually are superstars. When it comes to the Nets, though, I don't know. They lost their last 2 games because, once again, bro, no structure. Like they got Cam. They just bring in Cam Thomas at the end of the game. Hopefully he makes the shot. I mean, whatever, bro. But it's not.
Reasoning for that.
Huh?
Because Cam Thomas has proven to be a great player, but for some reason
He's a inconsistent player though. He'll remember that he had multiple 40 games in a row, and then afterwards we heard crickets from him the whole rest of the year. He's just
But
inconsistent.
that's because they barely played him. Nah, you're not gonna do like that. They barely played him after that for some reason. I don't know why, but
Because when his shots
Like,
aren't
when
falling,
they
he
give
can't
him a
really do
chance to
other
play.
stuff for you. That's the issue. And it's not like he's
Like,
Tyler
but I'm
Hero or
saying-
Tyrese Maxey, where the Sixers and the Heat how like Jimmy Butler and a Joel Embiid to help them. He's just you know what I'm saying. They don't really have that extra guy like, oh well, he's 4 for 17 right now, but we got our all star, multiple time all star. I mean, he's supposed to be Ben Simmons, but he hasn't really played like an all star since 2021. But I don't know, man. I like him. I think he's really good. He's shown really good flashes, but you know what I'm saying? Like he's just been inconsistent his whole career, pretty much.
Talking about Ben Simmons.
No, I'm talking about Thomas.
He's had a short career so far, I guess. I personally think he's gonna be like, if given the chance, he can be like a very great player.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the ranking that you have them at, that's cool. It's not an issue. I think next is Atlanta, personally.
I was thinking about Atlanta, ATL.
Atlanta, they got, I don't even know who they got. They got, besides Trae Young,
DeJounte,
facts, DeJounte,
Clint. They lost John Collins. Now he's on the Jazz. They got
yeah, Clint. I think personally he fell off a little bit, and I don't know if they have all the right pieces to be like contending, bro.
I don't know. Like they're just a team. I think by the time I just don't see the Hawks winning a championship in the next 3 years because it's so hard for a player with that Trae Young archetype to win a championship. The only players I could really think of the past 75 years in the NBA to really be a 3-point shooter primary. He's not really the best on defense. Win a championship is Steph Curry, but that's Steph Curry, and Trae Young. With all due respect to Trae Young, he's not Steph Curry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he's worse. I would say he's a worse defender than Steph Curry is. So I just can't really see them winning a whole bunch, but like just later in the line. But right now, I'm saying I think they could be in this spot right here. I'm just saying that.
I agree. I think they should actually be in that spot right now.
And I think we might even need
to them ranked over the Thunder.
Nah, the Thunder are better, if you ask me, personally.
Yeah, I think the Thunder might be better.
I think the Thunder are
say that because Atlanta went to the playoffs last year. They lost to the Celtics. I mean, everybody thought the Celtics was going to win the championship last year. So, what changed this year?
Well, for one, they're two different conferences. One is considerably less competitive. I would say that. Actually, I feel like that's the main reason. Because had OKC been in the East, they probably would have made it.
Yeah, I mean they even almost made the playoffs. They lost in the play-in. The last game to the I forget, was they lost to the No, they beat the Pelicans, and then they lost to the Timberwolves. So if they beat the Timberwolves, then they would have gone on to beat. They went on to play the Nuggets, and you know what I'm saying. But now they got Chet back. SGA he averaged 30 last year. He gonna come back. J-Dub, progression of Giddey and J-Dub. They got in some new rookies. They look nice. I would say I would put the Thunder a step above. They would be at 11-15.
Yeah.
So we're putting.
Hold on. Let's just finish 16-20 first, though. I'm saying let me put the Pelicans 16-20 right next to them.
Yeah.
This is all. If Zion stays healthy, I think I got them ranked higher. But if he doesn't, yeah, somewhere around this range.
Because we're gonna talk about players with the most improved this season. Let me just a little bit of spoiler right now. My number one guy is Zion Williamson, but it's just since his rookie season, he has not been a very he's been having injury history since his rookie year. So it's just hard for me to say they're gonna go and stay as the third seed because they were a really good team. They're a very competitive team when he's there, but when he's not there, there's a big difference. You feel me? My voice cracked. Ignored it. But who do you guys think should be 16-20? Last spot.
I might put Memphis.
I was thinking that maybe Memphis, maybe Dallas. I don't know.
See, the thing is with Memphis, it's just like they're in an awkward position. And the thing with Dallas is they just don't have defense.
You know what? I'm gonna put the Timberwolves at 16-20.
That's what I was about to say too. I was about to say Timberwolves. They didn't do anything. I don't think they improved in any way. They still got Cat. They still got Ogert. Rudy, and then and they just relying on Anthony at this point. So
Like,
Yeah, I don't know.
Mom, what
We
do you
gonna
think?
see how
I
they
mean, you
do.
said that's one of your teams, one of your 35 teams. So, what do you think about the Timberwolves this year, man?
I personally would put the Timberwolves higher, but Nate does have a valid argument. This
But
whole
I think I'd still.
yeah, Cat and Rudy,
Okay.
I don't feel like it's gonna work ever. I don't even like Cat to
Okay.
begin with. Why? Like, I just don't feel like his
Have-
game is like doing it.
I have Memphis being lower than Timberwolves, though. I think that's what I like.
Yeah, so we put Memphis here for now.
being lower than the Timberwolves? No, I don't know. I feel like they're at that same level.
That's
I
what I'm
think-
saying. But like, who? If you're not putting Memphis there, or who do you want to put there? I mean, at the end of the day, it's like a borderline. So who
Yeah.
are we feeling like is gonna have a stronger start?
And
to the
maybe
season?
even
25
Dallas.
games is-
Maybe even Dallas because that defense, bro.
They're a defense, and they're also not a deep team. Pause.
I don't know if that was pause worthy, but I don't know, man. Okay, so what do you
I
think, Mohammed?
based off of last year, then, if we're basing it off of what we saw last year, or
Mhm.
the end of the year, or whatever, then we can put Dallas here.
Okay, let's just do that for now because we're gonna make changes later to the bottom if we want to, if we feel like we have to make any big changes. So put Dallas and then put Memphis and Minnesota a step above. But I just don't like seeing Minnesota above the Dallas Mavericks. I don't know why. Like I think they could have a really good year. I think Ant can go crazy. He could have a maybe even all NBA season, but I just don't see the Dallas Mavericks being lower than the Timberwolves because both teams have their flaws, and Dallas has the better player. Like they have the two. I mean, like the top three teams. Like if you look at the top three players between the two of them are on the Mavericks. You feel me?
Cat having it
maybe.
first of all is
Go
correct.
ahead.
Secondly,
What'd you say first though? I didn't hear you cut out.
Cat having an all NBA season is
I
great.
said Ant, didn't I?
Huh?
I said Ant, Anthony Edwards.
You said it.
Oh, yeah, I can see that happening. I just think. I just don't think, based off what we have now, I don't think the Knicks are better than Memphis or the Timberwolves. That's just me, though.
I have the Knicks ranked up pretty high. I mean, they were ranked pretty high last year in the rankings. Pretty sure they was like fourth.
I just can't.
They
see them
were fourth. Yeah. No,
But-
were they?
It was somewhere like
No,
that,
they were
but,
fifth. I think they were
mean,
fifth because they played against the Cavs. And the Cavs, I think, were the fourth seed. So it's fourth and fifth matchup. So yeah, they were fifth.
Yeah, well, I mean, and then also this game, you know, I feel like they still got that same old roster, and then quickly was doing his thing. But I mean, I think that team is just against the Celtics, especially. Celtics just whooped. Honestly, I think they played a great game against the Heat, a team they struggled with. And then the Knicks made it hard for them too. So honestly, I think I have the Knicks ranked up pretty high.
Yeah, I would say. I'm saying right now, put the Thunder at 11 and 15. I think you guys would agree with that, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm thinking maybe even put the Kings.
Yeah, and then after the Kings, I would put the 76ers. Or no, sorry, the Cavs.
No, I think
Yeah,
the
I
Cavs
would
are
say
higher.
Cavs.
Cavs
Hell
higher?
no.
They should be
What's your
higher,
reason?
right? That's what I'm saying.
Okay, this is what I want to do. I want to. Actually, no, it doesn't matter. We don't have to switch that just right now. But
No, let me know. What do you think? Who do you think we should switch?
I was gonna say we should switch. You made a good point earlier. We should switch Timberwolves and Mavs.
What do you think about that?
Why? Like, why?
I mean, the two players. Like, I mean, last year they didn't have any time to actually play well together because I mean they were just thrown into the fire together. And I mean, if you have players that do the same thing and they play the same position too, like I feel like that just it doesn't really work unless they work it out together, as a team. And I mean, they got some pretty good additions now. You know, Grant Williams. So,
It's, but
yeah.
they have enough defense
Huh?
or they're cool. Like they're hard, but I don't think they have enough defense or depth to be better than the
Timberwolves.
The
Timberwolves.
Timberwolves. Okay, but
Yeah.
the Timberwolves have. I don't know about their depth. I don't think their depth is actually that nice either. But
I think
they have
just to dumb it
their
down, honestly, if they were in a series, I think I'm picking the Mavericks over the Timberwolves. That's just like I just feel like they're just better. Like I don't know. I mean, I see where you're coming from, but I think I just got the Timberwolves lower than the Mavericks.
the Mavericks have to. The Mavericks have Kyrie and Luka, and then they play. If Kyrie doesn't sit out for like that personal issue stuff, whatever. But I mean, Cat missed a pretty good
He missed a
amount
lot
of
of
the
time, yeah.
season. And
I'm not
then
even
on that,
saying Anthony Edwards alone, bro.
Anthony Edwards alone is not beating the Mavs.
I don't know.
What you mean? He not Superman out there. He not LeBron.
He'd be on demon timing, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Especially as of late, the way he was playing for Team USA, if that translates into the season, yeah, that ain't gonna be a problem, bro.
Bro, why you making that face for? Tough.
I'm just saying.
Bro, I just don't think he can combine enough strength in the world to even get close to those two.
Yeah, but he has a supporting behind him, though.
Rudy Gobert? That man
No.
can't make a layup?
I'm talking about he got Jalen McDaniels or Jaden, whichever one it is. Who else he got?
Nas Reed, your guy
Cat.
Nas.
Huh?
Nas Reed, your guy Nas Reed.
Let me get to that. They got Cat, they got Nas Reed in the back. All people that can space the floor on top of that.
Mm-hmm.
Rudy, of course. So it's like,
All right, look. We're going to keep
But
it
it's
like
cool.
this for right now.
Yeah, for now. We gonna get back to changing it later. Maybe we will.
All right, so we're putting the Kings in here?
I'm saying we might need to put the Kings.
If we're putting the Kings in there, we're putting the Cavs in there.
yeah.
Why do you say that?
I mean, the Kings lost to Golden State. As to, Cavs losing to the Knicks terribly.
I mean, okay, I see where you guys are coming from. We could just put them there. Yeah, I
De'Aaron
see
Fox
that.
is on the come up. I honestly think he's on the come up for sure. And I mean, he would need Malik. If Malik Monk, I feel like played a little bit better in that series. I had them over for sure. Like when Malik Monk and De'Aaron Fox were playing well, they were shitting on him. But then Malik ain't new to
That's my man's, bro. He hard. Pause. But yeah. I can understand these rankings for now, I guess.
So we putting the Kings and Cavs there for now. For
Like there's some of these teams, if you put there, you have to put another team in there.
Yeah.
Like if you put the Cavs here, you have to put the Kings. And if you put the Kings here, me personally, I feel like you have to put the 76ers.
For me personally, I'm replacing the Cavs. I mean, I'm taking the Clippers. I'm replacing the Clippers with the Cavs. I don't think the Clippers are top. I mean, I just like even worse with Zion when it comes to the Pelicans and their health. Like the trio of not even trio, just the duo of PG and Kawhi have not just been around enough for me to say that they're going to finish as a top 3 seed, get to the finals while healthy, and then win the championship. And those two are my favorite players in the league, but I just can't see it happening.
Oh, okay, cool. But if you gave me any other reason, you would have been chatting.
About what?
That's true. They cannot stay healthy for shit.
So
It's fact.
but
But not bad though. I don't top 15. I think they're a top 10 team. That's me though.
I think it's just like with the Clippers, it's like they can be a top 10 team no matter what. Like if those two actually played, they're a top 10 team. So you do gotta put them there because you know what they're capable of doing.
let me cook up right here. Let me tell you who I think we should put: Knicks, Clippers, Heat, Sixers. How many is that? Knicks, Clippers, Heat, Sixers, and Warriors.
This is 6 through 10, right?
Yeah.
I say Lakers.
I don't think 76ers are a top 10 team right now.
I mean, shoot, I just think, and they have their pieces, that they have been using pretty well. You know, they lost their first game.
Hold on.
course,
Let's just say this. Let's just say this. Nuggets are top 5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
obviously.
So put them in 1 to 5. Let's just do, you know what I'm saying? Elimination. What's it called? Bucks. We all think we say was top 5, and the Suns. I feel like we would all say is top 5, right?
Celtics.
Celtics as well. Yeah. So that means one of these teams are not top 5, and I'm saying
Yeah.
I think the Lakers are top 5.
I don't think it's the Knicks. Wait, actually, let me look at this.
I'm saying the Lakers should be top 5. The other teams should be 6 to 10, like that, and then those guys are just 6 to 10.
I still might take the Kings over the Knicks, but it's cool. I'll let it slide.
What do you guys think about this right here? Do you think we finished up our list? Should we make any changes?
Nah,
You
I like
wanna
it.
rank the actual top 5 teams in terms of like who's number 1 through 5.
Yeah, most definitely. We could do that. So we can rank all of them if we really want to, but
That's too much work.
let's just do the top 5. Let's do the top 5. I'm saying number one I would put Denver. Number 2, I would
Yeah.
put Boston. Number 3, I would put Milwaukee. Number 4, I would put the Lakers. Number 5, I would put the Suns. Or
I
maybe
might take
swap.
the-
Between those last two would be swap. I don't know.
Would be swapped. Though the Lakers have good pickups for this season, and a lot of names that obviously hold weight and shit, I just don't feel like, for some reason, it's just not like it's working, but it's not working over certain teams. You know what I mean?
Hey, what do you think should be?
These 4. Wait, did Nate just switch it?
What's your 5?
You said
I
what?
think he just switched it.
You switched it?
Yeah, he put Celtics after Suns.
No, the
Switch anything.
Celtics are better. I don't know. He tripped.
Yeah, Celtics.
Celtics are better than the Suns, I would say. Nate, do you agree or disagree? Because you know what I'm saying.
No.
So let me hear. Wait, Mom, did you say your top 5 in ranking? Did you rank them?
Yeah, unanimous number 1 is obviously the Nuggets. I don't know, like it pisses me off how they just win everything. Bucks. I don't know. I honestly don't even know if I'll put Bucks number 2, bro.
Yeah, I put Celtics number 2.
Watch so far, they're good, but like I feel like they could be better. Or maybe it's just because it's too early.
Yeah.
And, like they still have to do. So actually, I might just leave them there. I personally would go Celtics number 3, Suns number 4, and Lakers number 5.
And then Nate, what would you gotta say?
Yeah. All right, let me give you my list. I got Suns at 1,
Of course.
Bucks at 2. I got Celtics at 2, Nuggets at 3, Bucks at 4, Lakers at 5.
So we all agreed that Lakers are at the bottom, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's keep the Lakers there. Wait, you said where should the Celtics be, Nate?
2.
2. I said 2. Mom, you said 3.
I could see them at 2, honestly.
So we should
As of
move them
now,
up
they
to
could be 2.
the
Yeah.
Bucks. Now the issue is just where the Suns are, because we're saying, me and Muhammad, we have this Nuggets and Suns where they are. You have them swapped, right? Or like just basically swapped. Right, tough.
I have them swapped.
But I think just majority vote, we should just keep it this way. You know.
I feel like there's a valid point to put the Suns over, considering. Well,
The Suns. The issue with the
No.
Suns is they have no playmaker. Like now,
say they have, and I don't think they have as much depth as the Bucks do.